Ryan, and I'm with Burleson Plumbing and Heating, Kitchen and Bath Showroom. And today I want to talk to you about something really important and even serious, and that is your toilet. We've all been there and we've all experienced the frustrations of a toilet that doesn't work right, or doesn't flush right, or it's leaking, or it's in ill repair. We've all been there. We've all been frustrated. But here at Burleson Plumbing and Heating, we've got a lot of great options that can solve a lot of those frustrations for you. And today I want to highlight one in particular, and that's Kohler's Highline Toilet. This toilet has a beautiful design, and aside from just being beautiful, it actually flushes well. Kohler has a great engineering team, and they've designed a flush valve and a flushing system that really takes away a lot of the frustrations. So today I want to show you kind of what's under the hood, so to speak, of this baby, and let you know why this could maybe be a good option for you in your home. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off the toilet here. We're gonna kind of break down the guts of this toilet tank. As you can see, there are two primary items that are inside of this tank. You have the fill valve and the flush valve, and as we all know and use, the trip lever. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about the fill valve and why that's important. Kohler, just right out of the factory, gives you a very well-made flush valve that we trust very much and use every day in our industry, and that is a Fluidmaster 400A fill valve. These are very reliable and are a good quality product, and we stand behind them very much. And so it's nice that Kohler gives you one of those just stock in this toilet. As you can see, there's this tube that runs out of the top of the fill valve into the flush valve, which is this centerpiece. That is so that it can allow some water to go down through the flush valve and help with the rinse process inside the bowl, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes. But next, let's kind of take a look at the flush valve and see what is special about it. As you can see, the tube just pulls out of the center of the flush valve, and by grabbing onto this part right here and turning counterclockwise, you can simply pull the flush valve canister out of the tank. Now, why is that important? One, down the road, you may run into an issue where this little gasket right here needs to be changed out. And thanks to Kohler and their design team, they've made it very easy to make that happen. So you simply just pull off this rubber gasket, replace it with a new one, put the flush valve canister back in, twist clockwise, and it's as simple as that. This flush valve canister is unique in the sense that the part that it connects to actually in the toilet tank actually has a 360-degree opening. Now that's much different than other conventional toilets that use a flapper and they don't have 360 degrees. We've learned that the government is mandating less and less water usage, and right now we're at 1.6 gallons, but that will soon change and we'll have to go to a 1.28 as a rule. So toilet manufacturers have become better at creating good flushing toilets with less water. And Kohler's design, theirs allows for 360 degrees of water to actually fall into the flush valve, creating a very strong siphon and creating a really good flush out of less water. And that's the whole point, is we're trying to get toilets to flush well, but to use less water. And so Kohler has achieved that with this Class 5 flushing system. You can also see down in the bottom, there are 3 bolts that go down through the bowl that attach the tank to the bowl. And that third bolt adds an extra measure of security to keep this tank secure to the bowl. It's very important. Next, we're going to talk about the bowl. All right, so let's talk about the bowl portion of the toilet. And just like the tank, the bowl is very important. And it's important that we understand that not all toilets are created equally. And so in this case, Kohler has gone the extra mile to make sure that their bowl operates very well. So let's talk about the trapway. The trapway is this portion of the toilet bowl, and this is where everything that's in the bowl exits and leaves the home. Now, why is that important? One is this can be very problematic and cause you a lot of frustration if, one, it's small. Kohler has designed this with a 2 1/8 inch diameter, meaning that it's much larger than they once were years ago. Secondly, it's fully glazed. And that means that what you see on the outside is what's on the inside. That fully glazed allows for things to flow freely without being snagged or hung up. And so it allows for a good flush without problems. And that's important. So Kohler has gone the extra mile, just like in their tank, but with their bowl as well, to make sure that that trapway allows things to move and go out without problems. Now, let's talk about the inside of the bowl. As you can see, it's a nice size bowl. The important part about the inside of the bowl is its ability to actually rinse the full capacity of the interior of the bowl. And so the way that they achieve that are there's small ports around the inside of the rim here. So when you flush your toilet, water is able to flow down through those holes and able to clean the inside of the bowl. That's really important, and I hear a lot that people a lot of times are frustrated because their bowl doesn't do a good job at that. But this particular toilet does. It also has a small port right here in the very front of it that pushes water around this way, kind of creating a swirling effect to help with the rinsing process. And that's very important, and we'll make sure that things get out of the bowl that you want out of the bowl. I just want to thank you for taking this tour today with me about toilets. And I would love to hear from you. So maybe you could leave some comments or questions or even frustrations that you've had with your toilet. I would love to hear from you. And you can follow us on Instagram, you can like us on Facebook, and even subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love to be your friends. Also, I'd like to extend an invitation for you to come and visit our showroom right here in beautiful Spruce Pine, North Carolina. We would love to help you. We're here to make your kitchen and bath dreams become a reality. So come pay us a visit. We would love to see you, hang out, talk, and see what we can make happen. So from all of us here at Burleson Plumbing and Heating, I'd like to say have a great one.